It's great to be here. I'm sorry, just the way. All right. So I'm originally from New Hampshire, and my mom. I've been in New York City for 18 years, and since I had a phone, and my mother has a phone where you can text. I text my mom every night that I'm home and I'm okay. That's what she likes, and well, I'd be embarrassed to say that, but it's true. There's an app on your phone where you know the location of someone all the time. I'm not going that far. I mean, come on, really. I mean, you gotta give me a little space. But I love her, and I want to talk about her today. When I was 4 years old, I was like in nursery school, and on Fridays we had nursery school off, and my mom was also off that day, and we spent it together the whole day. We're in like our own little world, and it was the highlight of my week, being with her. We would go to the bank. We do all our errands, the bank, the bakery, the fish market, and the last stop would always be like the little grocery store or supermarket. And she put me in the carriage. My legs would be dangling, and she'd be pushing me, and I was like her little coupon boy, you know. And I was 4 years old. I couldn't read yet, but I was very good at, like, if we went by like the Tide detergent or the Bounce, I could flip and then pull it out and show it to her. And then she'd be like, "Good job, good boy." I was like, "Yeah." And it was important because time was very, very important to me to get out of there, because that was always our last stop. If we got out of there in time, we would go to McDonald's for a small fry and tartar sauce as an appetizer before we went home, and she made her dinner for the family. That's what she liked, a small fry with tartar sauce. And to this day, I'm in New York City. I lose my job. I get dumped. I'm feeling down. I look for a McDonald's, and I can find one, and I get a small fry with tartar sauce, and it's like my mom's hugging me, you know. I need that. Also, my mom, growing up, I like pancakes. I still like pancakes. I had pancakes before I came here, and I like pancakes. It's good, you know. They're good. They taste good. My mom used to make pancakes every day, but like on the first day of school, my birthday, special occasion, she'd make me Mickey Mouse pancakes. And it was like a circle and then the 2 ears, and they're cute, you know, they're nice. My mom, I don't want to brag, but I'm going to brag about her. My mom was kind of celebrity in my town. She was a good bowler. She was very good at bowling. She was like the best. And she was in a bowling league on Tuesdays mornings, and she just really did very, very well. And every year they'd have their little banquet. She'd come home. She'd have 3 or 4 trophies. And my dad, not the most athletic guy, would like look down the stairs and see her with the trophies, and he'd say, "Cindy, you're like the best athlete in the family." And my mom was very embarrassed by this, and she would say, "Oh, no, whenever you're in any type of sports league, Ed, you get trophies, and for real. And then she would go down to the basement, and I used to call it the trophy graveyard, and there was like these little cardboard boxes, and she would put all the trophies in. It was like a Tuesday, and I had school off when I was probably like 5, and my mom took me to bowling with her. And it was the first time I got to see her in action, and it was like finding out, your mother's like a superhero. She doesn't look like a bowler, you know, but she just would roll the pins, and then the pins would go down. She'd roll the pins would go down. And like she'd look at me and wave, and I was like, "Wow," you know, and she'd smile. And then I'd look at the other mothers, and they were all jealous of my mom. It made me feel good, you know? So with all these trophies, I started being like I want my own trophy. And what I have to do to get my own trophy, I had to join a league. So when I was 8, I joined a little league team, and I'm asthmatic, so like I had a little bureau. I took everything off the bureau, and I had a little pledge, and I would pledge, and I'd dust it, get it ready for the trophy, you know. And I was on like the worst team, but I made a good friend, and it was the coach. The coach, he was a good guy. I'd sit next to him every game, and he was a chain smoker. He'd smoke a lot, and I'm asthmatic, and I have asthma attacks. And you're supposed, everybody plays, but I couldn't play some games because I couldn't breathe. One of the hardest days of my life was when the coach made me sit on the other end of the bench because he was sick of me passing out, and I missed my friend, you know. Any normal kid would have quit. Any normal kid would have quit. Me, I wasn't going to quit. I wanted that trophy, and I stuck with it. And then in October of that year, we had the little banquet, and my dad had to work, so my mom took me. It was at the Elks Lodge in my town, and we went and had pizza and salad. The pizza was good, and on the stage there was row after row after row of these beautiful trophies, and I was just so excited. And after dinner they started calling up the teams, the best team first, the second best team, then finally the last team started calling. My coach was calling all the names, and the worst player on the team, Adam Wade, and I started walking to the stage for my big moment. And as I got up to the stage, I noticed there was no trophies. I didn't see any trophies left. And I was like looking, I couldn't see them. And I finally got up there, and my coach looked like he was ready to cry. And he awarded me 2 ribbons. And the ribbons was tries hard and was at every game. I held it together. I was proud of myself, but once we got into the car, I just started crying and crying and crying. And my mom tried to cheer me up, and she's like, "You got 2 of them, though." And I'm like, "No, it doesn't matter, Ma. All I wanted was a trophy, Ma. All I wanted was a trophy." So we get home, and I run into my room, and I slammed the door, and I went on my bed, and I was feeling bad for myself. And there was a knock on the door. My mom, I go, "Go away, go away." She's like, "Open the door, Adam." And I opened the door, and my mom was there, and she had this huge pink trophy, and on top of it was this large woman bowler. It was a golden woman. Like if R. Crumb, the artist, designed a trophy, this was the one he did. This is a big golden woman. But it was beautiful, you know, it was beautiful. And at the bottom of the trophy, my mom had taped on the base, "Best son, Adam." And I ran and I grabbed the pledge and I put it and I dusted. I got a nice, and I put the trophy down, and it was so beautiful. I can't tell you how much I cherished it. I can't explain it, and I can't tell you the hours. In the next couple of years, I just stared at it at night, and how great it made me feel. So a few years later, I'm in 5th grade, and I'm not that popular, but I have this dream. I'm going to get stuck in an elevator with the kid my own age that's popular, and he's going to be forced to talk to me. And well, you know, once he gets to know me, he'll like me, you know, and that was my fantasy. And my mom was working at Filing's department store, and she was the head of the employee fashion show, the spring fashion show, with this other woman, and her name was Sheila, and she was the mother of a 6th grader at my school. And they came over to do the seating chart, and she brought Sam, her son, and I was so excited. He was a popular kid. This was my elevator, you know, and we go downstairs to watch TV, and he starts making fun of our TV. It's too small. I'm like, "Yeah, but it's a nice TV." He goes, "I want to see your room. Let's go to your room." I'm like, "Sure." So we go into the room, and he sees the trophy, and immediately he's like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Oh, no, it's a trophy. You know, I'm the best son." Me. And he's like, "That's weird. There's a woman bowling and best son? That's weird." I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm the best son, though. I'm the best son." He's like, "Wait till tomorrow. Everybody's going to know about this." And I was like, okay, sure. I get to school and the next day, and you know, he wasn't a nice kid, you know, Sam. And he wasn't a smart kid, but he was very good at getting other kids to make fun. And they were all making fun of me, saying I was weird, and he was successful, and they broke me. And I remember running into the bathroom in the second stall, which became my little office, and I would just go in there and I'd cry. That night I went home, we had dinner, and I was a little quiet. My parents were worried. I couldn't explain it to them, and I went into my room after dinner, and I stared at the trophy, and it didn't give me the joy it used to give me anymore. And I took it down, and I started walking down to the basement. But before I got there, I had to go through the den, and my mom was there reading her Jackie Collins. She likes Hollywood Wives, those books. So she's reading them, and she sees me with the trophy, and I get I shake, and then I open the door, and I run down to the basement, and I put the trophy with the others. And I come back upstairs, and then she's at the door, and she's looking down, and she's got this look on her face. And I know she's concerned, but it's this look, I don't know exactly what it means. And she says, "Are you okay?" I go, yeah. She's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay, Ma." And I go to my room, and I go to bed, and I can't sleep. And I'm tossing, I'm turning, because I can't stop thinking of that look that she gave me. And I'm really, really worried. My mom was trying to do something good, and I'm afraid I hurt her feelings. And I'm helpless. And then at like 4 a.m., I come up with an idea, and I get out of bed, and I go down to the basement, and I get a different trophy, and I put it on the table, and I write "Best Mom" on a little piece of paper, Cindy, and then I tape it there, and I leave it on the kitchen table. And I go to bed, and I fell asleep right away. I wake up in the morning, and I can hear my mom. She sings. She just sings, la, 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 la. She sings. She likes to sing. She sings a lot. It's tough when you're trying to sleep. But so I run down to the kitchen and to get my pancakes. And I love pancakes. She puts down the pancakes, and she pats me on the head, and I look down, and I see they're Mickey Mouse pancakes. She wants me to know it's a special occasion, and it's not my birthday, and it's not the first day of school. I just stare at the pancakes, and I start eating them because I like pancakes. I'm not going to look at them all day. I'm going to eat them. I'm not gonna, really. So I start eating them, and they're as good as they always are. And as I'm eating, I look up, and I look through the kitchen into the living room, and on the mantle, above the fireplace, I see my mom has put the trophy I'd given her on the mantle. And of all the trophies she's won, she was embarrassed of them. But the trophy I had given her, she wanted everybody to see it. Thank you.